I present to you Barf, the Duke of Hurl. I'm Justin.
King Ralph, Ping Schmalf, whatever. I'm Sam.
On behalf of the Commonwealth of England, Spotted Dick. I'm Jackie, and this is King Ralph.
What's that smell?
I don't know about you, but I'm thirsty as fuck. Thirsty as fuck.
Hey, look at these!
Thrill me.
If you come back in here, I'm gonna hit you with so many rights, you're gonna beg for a left.
Thrill me.
Beg for a left.
Thrill me.
Hey, look at these!
No!
It stinks.
Hello, welcome to Stinger Madness, the podcast about bad movies for bad movie lovers by bad movie lovers. I'm your host, Justin. With me are always Sam and Jackie. This week on the podcast, we dig into the John Goodman mega piece from 1991 called King Ralph. I want to remind everybody to subscribe to us or support us on patreon.com/Stinger Madness. Thank you to those that currently do support us. You guys are awesome and rock stars and all that good stuff. Email us, talk@stinkermadness.com, and get us on all of the socials by just going to stinkermadness.com and start clicking buttons. Whatever buttons look good. Like make sure to click the eggplant emoji that I put in there, because that's good stuff.
The red button, the largest red button.
Right, the one that says do not push.
Yeah,
push that one. Sam, what have you got for us about King Ralph this week?
Well, King Ralph, again, made in 1991, which is weird because I know that I saw this, and I know that I saw this in a theater in Boise, and so, like, we must have not gotten this for, like, a year.
Why does the timeline matter?
Because I wouldn't have lived here in 1991.
Oh, you were down in the desert.
I was a desert person in 91.
Right.
And I know that I saw this with our high school classmate, John, because of the experience of us because it was a whole thing for us to go to the movies, because it was like an hour and a half away from.
Right.
And then if you're going with multiple people, you have to like pick them up and drop them off. And we didn't have driver's licenses yet.
Right.
And so this is like a whole thing where there's like a minivan involved. And it's like 2 hours to get there and 2 hours to get done when you really put all the logistics together to go to a fucking movie. And the two of us, because you give this minivan, nobody's going to the same movie. It's like, well, we're going to go to the movies like once a month. I'm not going to fucking burn it on something I don't want to watch.
Right.
And our dumbasses chose King Ralph. And after it's over, he's like, was it funny? And I was like, yeah. And he's like, are you sure? And I was like, no. And then we get done, and his mom, and this is why I know that I saw it in Boise, because of the person who asked us. She was like, oh, so was King Ralph funny? And we both went, yeah. And she was like, really? And we went, no. I'm not sure.
We're confused.
We're not sure about this King Ralph and whether it's comedy or not, but we're not also going to watch it again in order to find out.
Hit me back up in about 30 years when I have a bad movie podcast. I'll let you know if it's funny then.
Yeah.
See, the seeds were sown right then.
The seeds were sown right then.
Jackie, you saw King Ralph in the theater as a child as well, did you not?
No, I did not.
Oh, I thought you did. I thought you made a big fuss about it as well. This is one of your childhood favorites, right?
When I saw this movie, though, I saw it at home.
Okay.
It was a rental.
Yeah, right. On the tape machine.
No, I think we actually had a DVD player at this point.
Oh, what?
You fucking
there's no way that you had a DVD in 1991.
Yeah.
They didn't exist in 91.
Yeah, they did. Yeah. Oh, no, not the DVD. The Laserdisc did, though.
Oh, did you have a Laserdisc?
Yeah, did you have a Laserdisc player?
We did.
Yeah.
What the fuck?
Did you?
You're King Ralph.
Yeah, you are fancy. Did you take down any 747s with it by just like shining it like a mirror?
No.
Yeah, you can do that with those.
So like, if I would have like gone to your house when I was the same age, your dad would have like swept me out of it and be like, get out of here, you straight urchin.
You peasant.
Peasants.
Yeah, that's what happened a lot at our house.
With a broom.
He's like, you peasants are just here to eat our food. Get out of here.
Yeah. Filthy beggars.
Can't believe Laserdisc. Wow.
Yeah, man.
We also had bananas on the regular.
That's insane. Of course, why is that special? Everybody has bananas. Bananas are cheap. Laserdiscs are fucking future shit.
Probably gave out oranges for Christmas. Oranges in the winter? Wow.
We did get oranges in our stockings every winter. It was like I get upset even now if there's not an orange in the bottom of my stocking.
See, when I was a kid, I had in my stocking, I would get quarters in my stocking. We didn't have stockings; we just had socks. So my parents would fill socks up with quarters
And then just beat you?
And I don't know what they did with them, but they were always covered in blood for some reason. I don't know what the Rolly Sups quarters and socks were, but that was my Christmas present.
Wow.
Yeah, Sam, what else you got on King Ralph?
Well, you would be surprised to find that this thing fucking killed it in the theater.
I would not be surprised to know that.
It made like $52 million against 23.
Yeah.
In 91, that's pretty good.
Pretty good. Yeah, pretty good. I went and saw it at the theater. I don't know what the hell Jackie was up to, but you saw it. I saw it. Everybody saw it.
Because it was PG, maybe. I don't know.
Yeah, it was accessible.
This is, I think, the first Goodman vehicle, too.
Right.
And it's funny because I read...
after Roseanne, obviously. But.
Well, but Roseanne isn't a Goodman vehicle. He's on the cast, and he's beloved by that. And I think Arachnophobia is before this. And the test audience loved him, and there's good screen response. In fact, like... Jeff Daniels is actually the star of that movie, and nobody remembers him. They only remember John Goodman as the exterminator who's in the movie for like 5 minutes.
Right.
And so it's like, they're like, okay, we're going to give this guy a thing. I read an interview with Goodman where he's like, no, I'm not a leading man. I'm just a fat guy. They put me in this movie, but you're watching it and you see it make money. Like, no, dude. They gave you a vehicle and you killed it. People want to see you in the theater, and they watched King fucking Ralph.
Right.
That's how much people like you, John Goodman, is they watched this fucking thing just to see you. You're a star.
I came for Peter O'Toole.
Oh, yes, right. The Peter O'Toole, notorious butt seat filler with the American audience. Yeah. People line up for Peter O'Toole in the stateside. Yeah, him and John Hurt, boy.
So when I saw, like, in hindsight, knowing what I know now about movies, when I think about King Ralph, I'm like, this has got to be one of the last movies that they made the poster and then go make this movie. You're like, oh, we got Goodman, make a poster with John Goodman, go make this movie, and then this is what you get, right?
Right.
No, it's based on a fucking novel.
Okay.
Yeah.
Is the novel called King Ralph?
No, it's called Headlong. And it's actually an alternate history novel. So what in the novel, it takes place in like 1917.
Okay.
But it's the same. And then instead of getting electrocuted so stupidly as they do,
right.
In this, it would have actually been funny if they would have done this, I think. They get hit by a Zeppelin and blow up. It's like a Hindenburg disaster on the royal family. Like, whoa, no. And then they find this guy who's an actor, traveling. He's sort of, you got to be a vagabond in 1917,
sure.
right? And it's not Ralph, it's like James or something. And he actually takes a royal name, King John. But what
James.
I ascertained from it is that other than the alternate history part, the plot is basically exactly the same.
Is it supposed to be comedic?
I don't know.
Okay.
That it's supposed to, I think it probably is comedic if they get blown up by a Zeppelin.
Yeah, I mean, that's a little Monty Python-ish right there.
But it's probably a little bit more heavy-handed on social commentary.
Yeah, right.
The guy that wrote it, actually, Emmeline Williams, is like the jack of all entertainment trades. He wrote plays, movies. He acted in like 70 movies, and then wrote a novel, this one. So apparently he's a big deal like in Wales and England.
Okay.
I've never heard of him before, but this is based on a novel, which makes no sense. I'm like, okay, fuck. I thought, let's put Goodman. We've got the poster. Let's do this. Also, it wasn't even originally supposed to be Goodman. It was supposed to be Bill Murray.
Yes, I could see that as well.
I'm glad they went with
John Goodman?
Yeah.
Oh, hell yeah.
Yeah.
That was the right path in history. Like, you got that traveling back in time and changing alternate timelines. Someplace right now, in an alternate timeline, John Goodman wasn't in this movie, and we didn't get all that other John Goodman stuff that we'd love. The Big Lebowski wouldn't have happened. It would have been fucking Bill Murray in that movie, and it would have sucked. No,
the
this is the
Earth
right call.
would have got hit by a space zeppelin.
Yeah, Space Zeppelin, boom, we're all gone because of King Ralph not being John Goodman.
One of the reasons I think this thing like exploded. Do you remember how hard Burger King promoted this fucking movie?
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Like that's I think one of the reasons I was fallen victim to it.
Yeah.
Like, I was like I gotta have a Whopper and I gotta get me some King Ralph.
You get the little paper crown, you put it on and parade around your room wearing a bathrobe, your dad's bathrobe, and be like, "Look, I'm King Ralph."
Yeah.
Because you're poor and you don't have any toys.
And I don't even know how I get like exposed to this because I'm watching Canadian television at that time because we didn't have real television.
Mm-hmm.
So it's like I had to be where we lived. We didn't even get real TV.
Right.
So was I at your house watching the Prime Star? Was that it? Is
Yeah,
that how
probably.
I got this?
Yeah, I had Prime.
Because you're like fucking. You're like the Duke of Earl.
I didn't have a
She's
goddamn laser disc.
No, but you had Prime Star, which
Yeah,
is better.
right.
I had a tiara, so I didn't have to get the paper crown.
No, fuck you.
And I had a proper silk cape,
Yeah,
robe, throne robe.
I just had an old stick as my scepter. Like walk around. Oh, I'm King Ralph, everybody.
You're fucking poor.
Yeah, I was poor. Not as poor as Sam though. He didn't even. He was so poor he didn't even have friends.
Yeah.
He couldn't
I had
afford
make-
the paper crown.
I tried to make my own friends with dirt, but I didn't even have any dirt.
You're poor.
Yeah.
Poor people are funny.
Yeah. My life. Yay. Jesus.
Okay, I'm sorry.
It is. My misfortune in life has been very funny for a lot of people, I think.
You should write a book. Being poor with Sam.
It's a fucking one sentence book. Being poor sucks. Trust me. Period.
The end.
The end. Yeah. So Burger King, and then there's a fucking Burger King commercial in this, right? It's just unbelievable. But I'm just thinking back, like, I think Burger King pushed this as hard as they ever pushed any movie connection.
Yeah, maybe.
Because they've really done bad.
Yeah, they haven't done good.
They have not done good. Like, McDonald's has hit some real home runs. Burger King has just laid fucking eggs.
Yeah, they'll like Burger King's movie picks is usually like the Matthew Broderick Godzilla, like, whoa boy, we got Godzilla, you know, and then everybody's like, dude, that movie sucks, and then you realize you're eating Burger King, and you're like, wait, this sucks too.
Yeah,
I don't think I'm coming back here.
I think the only successful one that Pizza Hut ever did was The Land Before Time.
Yeah. Oh, that was mega.
Yeah,
That was
because
as
you got
big
the
as
little
it got.
little hand puppet.
Yeah,
little plastic hand
That was
puppets.
as big as they ever got, and I think Pizza Hut also did Back to the Future. In fact, I know that they did because they had the sunglasses.
I thought the sunglasses were McDonald's.
No, those were Pizza Hut
That was
sunglasses.
Pizza Hut?
Oh man, I had those sunglasses until I graduated high school.
That's why I didn't have those sunglasses, because Pizza Hut was too expensive for my family.
Fucking poor person.
That's not true. Once every 6 months, we got to go to fucking Pizza Hut, and it was like fucking Christmas.
Oh my god.
I loved Pizza Hut. When I was like 13, I thought Pizza Hut was like the fucking Taj Mahal of restaurants.
That wasn't Pizza Hut, Sam. That was just the driveway, and you ate dirt.
I made my own Pizza Hut with dirt, but I ran out of dirt.
You should have hit Justin up for some free Little Caesars. He was in their commercials.
That's right.
As a kid.
I was in a Little Caesars commercial.
Rising star.
Yeah. Right.
What happened?
Yeah, exactly. I auditioned for that King Ralph job, and I didn't get it.
No, he actually dropped the bottom out of their pizza market. That's why they're still fucking having to sell those things for $5. It was because of his fucking 6-year-old mug in that commercial.
You have one line, kid. It's pizza. Can you try to not fuck it up? Nope, can't do it. Pizza.
Where's the pizza?
Pizza.
Do I
Just
eat
say
this?
it twice, kid.
No, that's not real. I eat this, right? Rolling. The director, David S. Ward, is actually an Oscar-winning screenwriter. He wrote The Sting.
All right.
Yeah.
Oh, wow. Right.
And then what's weird is he didn't get to work again. Like he couldn't sell shit for like almost 9 years.
Yeah.
And then eventually he's going to get the director's chair and this is his second writing directorial effort. His first was Major League, so everyone is thinking this is going to be it.
Mm-hmm.
Major League was hot.
Right.
Not so much.
Not so much.
Not so much. The Royal Film Viewing. Do you guys know about this thing? I didn't have any idea. There's like every year, the royal family gets an extended bunch of them together and they watch a movie, and it's called the Royal Film Viewing.
I did not know that.
Yes, I did.
Yeah.
They watched the new Star Wars.
This year?
Or
last time?
I think it was the last one.
Yeah.
They usually try to do a Pinewood film instead of a Hollywood film, but they've done Hollywood films.
Sure.
This was done at Pinewood. They said, fuck that shit, we're watching Hot Shots.
The royal family
The
watched
Royal
Hot
family
Shots?
watched Hot Shots.
Oh, that's
instead
the
of this.
best thing I've ever heard in my life.
They're like, we're going to do King Rail. Fuck no, dude, we're doing Hot Shots.
I want the Queen to come onto our show, which is outlandish. It's more even outlandish than when Jackie says Gerard Butler, if you're listening. But I want to know her take on Hot Shots. That's the review I need more than anything.
We know that she fucking laughed her ass off at Hot Shots.
I don't know if she would.
Oh, no, dude, because we just revisited that 2 years ago, and part 2 was kind of mediocre, but Hot Shots 1 is fucking funny.
Yeah, that's hilarious. Oh, stepped on a crab. Okay. All right. What else you got, Sam?
That's about the size
Okay.
of it.
All right.
Where was this filmed?
All over.
All over. So that was...
Buckingham, obviously.
So they didn't do the inside of the actual Buckingham Palace. They used interiors.
Except for the art room. That is 100% that room.
That's probably a stock shot.
I've been in there. The
I know.
art where he's in the room.
Oh, okay.
He's in the room. It's not a stock shot. That room with all the paintings. We've been in that room.
Okay. But for the most part, they doubled with other places,
right,
so that it could actually be done. And then they obviously built some stuff at Pinewood, but
And a lot of the scenes inside Buckingham are usually in his room. So that could be, I mean, you could build that fucking thing.
that was definitely built because remember when he crawls out the window, it's rear screen projection.
Right. Yeah,
so
exactly.
that had to be in Pinewood with that shot.
Right.
Yeah.
So there's not a whole lot of interiors in Buckingham to begin with in this film.
But yeah, they shot all over England, and the only other than Goodman and the director, I think almost everyone involved with the film is actually British and part of Pinewood Studios. Those are the only 2 Americans on this.
Yeah. Okay. Let's get into this, guys.
What about that monkey? The psychic chimp.
Yeah.
Psychic chimp.
Was he
actually
British?
From Vegas or?
Yeah, that's, there's a good chance.
Okay.
There's a good chance the Vegas people were real Vegas people. Yeah. I was also surprised to find the Glitter Gulch has been around that long.
What's the Glitter Gulch?
The Glitter Gulch is the old downtown strip, or not the strip, old downtown.
Fremont, right.
Fremont Street. That's the strip club.
Okay.
I've never been in there, and I've been told to not go in there.
Yeah, sure. I could understand.
Bunch of different people.
Yeah. Well, I'm not a big fan of strip clubs to begin with, so.
That one's supposed to be real, like,
dance.
Right.
I don't know.
Right.
Like, you walk out and you're like, what happens in Vegas stays in Vegas, but this time it's because of the terror.
Right.
Oh.
Usually it's just because you got beat up by a bum, but this time you feel weird inside. That's why he stays there.
There was a cabbie once. We're driving away from Fremont, and one of the guys that I worked with went there, and he's like, I went to Glitter Gulch last night, and the guy said this, and it was totally straight. He was being serious. He's like, man, it's hard to do. I can't do that because everybody in there has such fresh scars.
Oh, God.
And I was like, what the fuck?
What does that even mean?
Like, their surgery, their augmentations are like a week old.
I thought you meant from like being out, like taken out in the desert and things happening.
Like,
to
that's
him.
where I guess you have to start there. And so, like, you might actually, there could be stab wounds too. I don't know.
Oh, God.
But he said it straight like that, and I was like, I'm never going in there.
Bruises and cigarette burns and gross. Ugh. Strippers are gross. Anyways, this movie starts out in a rainy day in foggy London town, of course. The royal family is there. Everyone has come, which seems weird. I mean, like, it's surprising to me that you tell me about this, like, movie festival. They can't all be in the same room together. That's like the scenario. You need Banning's gonna have to come in and save goddamn London again.
Yeah, I don't know what goes on with if they've ever really done that, or if there's. I mean, maybe they could have bombed Hot Shots,
Right.
if they were all that, because I bet they all fucking showed up for Hot Shots.
Right.
Like they were like, oh, what stuffy bullshit do we have to watch this year? And then they're like, Hot Shots, like what?
With Chaz? Oh my gosh!
Ooh, I actually want to see that.
Yes, we'll come in from the hills then. Yeah. We'll take the royal carriage there.
Yeah.
Well, they do get together.
They can't. It's not safe.
They get together up in Scotland for Christmas every year.
Not everybody
In
can
Balmora.
go. Not everybody.
Everybody goes.
No, that's not safe. Don't do
Well,
that.
I think everybody. That's true because you only need one house to do that. I think they do. Yeah.
Yeah, don't do that anymore, guys. That's bad.
Why?
That's bad. Because
Whatever.
it's dangerous.
Dude,
It's
they have
not-
security detail. They're fine.
You can't have the president and the vice president and the speaker of the house in the same room. So don't do that.
Happens
Well,
all the time.
Here-
Here's,
does happen all the
here's
time.
the difference. Someone actually wants to shoot those people.
Right.
No one
right.
really has a bunch of hate built up for the royal family. Like, oh, I hate the royal family so bad. They're like, what?
You mostly just want to pull pranks on the royal family. It's not that you want to cause them physical harm. You just want to pants Prince Philip every now and then. Watch him, bumble around with his pants down around his ankles. That's hilarious. You don't want to actually hurt anybody.
No.
Like, hey, Prince Charles, is your refrigerator running?
And he's like, no, I'm sorry, as he flies around the room on his ears.
All right, so they're all there. They're getting their photo taken. It's the worst job ever by anybody because all of the cords and everything are in huge puddles, clearly not safe. They take the picture, and everybody dies.
Yeah. And there's a fucking slide whistle.
Uh-huh.
Like, whoop. Look at this. Look at all these people who were dead. How funny is that? And it's also like finding out that they didn't watch this for they shouldn't have.
Right.
But I think it might have been because the fucking queen gets snubbed here because that is obviously a guy playing the King of England.
And
What?
They never say Windsor. They say Wyndham.
Yeah.
Whereas the John Hurt's character is from the House of Stuart, which is an actual thing.
Yeah.
Why? I mean, like, you guys are dancing around this that you killed the Windsors. Like, come on, dude. You're not fooling anybody here.
Or maybe the royal family's like, nope, you're not using our name.
Yeah, maybe. Maybe they were like, fuck you.
They found out that they were going with Burger King, and they're like, piss off.
Yeah.
They should have called it Burger Queen. The Queen's really old. I hope she doesn't die ever.
Or she just doesn't like Burger King because it's always cold.
And
Right.
it's gross,
Yeah,
and it
yeah.
tastes like dirt.
Right.
Oh, Sam, that's why you like
Hey!
it.
I used
Poor
to
Sam.
have to make my own Burger King with dirt, but I never had enough dirt.
And your dad was like, dude, stop eating the dirt. Eat this Burger King. Our dirt's precious. Eat the shit food,
Yeah.
kid. Stop eating that dirt. Okay.
Did you have a dog when you were growing up?
Yep.
It was made of dirt. Dirt dog.
Wasn't made of laser discs, I'm for fucking sure.
You're
So
poor.
he's not anymore. He's rich from podcasting.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. So the scholars must find an heir to the throne. So they dig through books, go through lineages. They get on Ancestry.com. They do that 23andMe thing. Like, am I the heir to the throne? But it just says mostly they're Irish. So they're like, nope, not me. And they finally whittle it down to a guy named Ralph Jones, an American lounge singer from Las Vegas.
Yep. Playing right by the Glitter Gulch.
Yeah, right. Probably in the Golden Nugget. I don't
He
know.
doesn't look like Golden
Good
Nugget
enough for
material.
Golden. Yeah.
No, that's Gold Diggers. He's not playing Gold Diggers.
Oh, he's not. Yeah, he's not playing a gold digger.
No way, man. He's got to be at like what that low rent place down the street that's used to be Fitzgerald's. Now it's something else.
Yeah, I don't know. The last time I went on Fremont Street, there isn't a rundown, shabby place, dude. Fremont Street is like awesome now.
It's like got a barn theme to it or some bullshit like that.
yeah.
It's still there. It's like nicer,
Mhm.
but it still sucks compared to everywhere else.
The Barn Casino. Yeah, that's where he plays.
I think it's got like Barney's or something like that in the name. I don't know.
okay. Barney sounds like
It's not that. I don't know what it is.
Okay. Anyways, He's about to be fired because he's no good. He's too busy watching the football rather than playing piano, even though he can do both. But he's yelling into the microphone commentary about the football game.
He's getting pissed off at the Jets game, which most people as adults will learn that if you're getting pissed off at Jets games, you just have too much anger.
Right. Yeah, you need to
They're going to
seek help.
suck.
Yeah, they're going to suck.
They're going to suck. They're the Jets.
So they come in, they find him there, and they're like, so here's the deal, Mr. Jones, you're the King of England. And he's like, sure I am. Yeah, whatever. But he goes out and gets a couple hot dogs with them, and they prove to him that he is by showing him a matching royal ring that his grandmother had.
And if he's the last of this line, wouldn't he have that ring? What did Grandma do with it?
Maybe she didn't like him.
She pawned it.
Yeah, she pawned it.
She's probably buried with
He
it.
did call her by her first name and not Grandmama, so maybe they didn't get along great.
Yeah, right, exactly. Yeah. Old bitch.
She was probably nice because he's a bit of a douche.
Yeah, right. Okay, so he's like, okay, I'm the King of England, cool. And they go to England and arrive at Buckingham Palace, where they give him what I'm going to go ahead and say king training for most of this movie. He's just series of him getting king trained.
Yeah, and it goes poorly.
Right. By Peter O'Toole, who plays Cedric, the Secretary of King Training.
Yeah.
I don't know what his actual title is.
He's a secretary to the king.
That's
It's like the Secretary of
It's the
State.
king's private secretary.
that's a page.
No, the page is the
No.
Gordon.
Gordon
Right.
is the page, and
Right.
he goes and he's the runner. He gets shit.
He's like the top of the king's administration.
Yeah.
I think there's an official position, like
It might be that. I don't know.
Secretary of.
It's called the king's private secretary.
Yeah, that's as good as they could do with that. Nice work, guys.
That's what it's called.
No, like the Secretary of awesome stuff. That's a better
the
title.
Secretary of Stuffy Business.
Yeah, stuffy business. Coattails and top hats. Anyway, so yeah, king training. He gets tours of the rooms. He gets some new clothes. He doesn't like the clothes. He wants to wear the curtains instead. The food. He's get trained on the food of England, including Sam's favorite joke of all time.
It's not my favorite joke of all time. It's the real head scratcher in this is that I believe at the age of 12 or whatever, I laughed at the joke Spotted Dick.
Uh-huh.
And I don't know why. Because I guess they said dick.
Yeah, probably. Like,
And I was
those
12.
Crazy Brits.
I'm 12 and you just have to say the word dick and I giggle.
Well, that, and he's like, dick of what? Because he's looking at the sausages.
Yeah, the bangers.
And I'm thinking, dick of goat, what do you care?
Yeah, eat
Eat
dick.
it.
Eat that dick. Put that dick in your mouth and
Yeah.
eat it. God, you son
Yeah,
of a bitch.
Peter O'Toole should have
Quit
jumped over
complaining
the
about
desk
free
with
dick.
one of those sausages and just shoved it right in his face and like just
Sam's over there eating dirt.
Yeah.
Take this banger and put it in your fucking mouth, you
Yeah.
butthole.
Quit being a Nancy and be more of a Nancy Reagan.
God rest her soul. No, fuck Nancy Reagan.
Oh, no. I mean, she's, yeah,
Dude,
man,
no,
well.
never gonna forgive. Never gonna give. The HIV shit was not cool.
No, that was not cool. You're right.
Not cool. Anyways, so they when we went to England, this movie stuck with me so much. When Jackie and I went to England, we looked everywhere for Spotted Dick. Couldn't find it on a single menu. Could never get the Spotted Dick.
That just looks like a fucking strudel with raisins on it.
Right.
yeah, it looks like a cinnamon roll that's not cooked.
Yeah, maybe it is just that. Like that simple. Why?
If that's really Spotted Dick, it's a strudel with raisins on it.
I would like to know the
And it's not even
vernaculars.
shaped like a dick.
No, it's just a big thing.
It's just an oval.
Yeah, it's just a big cookie. Big
Well, you
so
don't
if that's
call it-
supposed to be a dick, then guess
With-
what? It's got elephantitis.
Well, I think maybe that's a dick in England, and they don't have food that's called like the Spotted John Thomas.
Okay, so he gets trained on walking properly, falls into a pond to nobody's laughter. Crown wearing is another training scenario that he's got to go through.
There's a bunch of shit in this where they're just like, it's funny because he's fat.
Right?
And it's like, no, it's not. And one of the reasons is he's a good-looking fat guy.
He is a good-looking fat guy.
And he's just got too much presence to be funny just because he's fat. And he's really funny, and if you let him do funny things, it's funny, but just him sitting there being fat isn't funny.
It's not funny.
Yeah.
He's not even that fat. Well, he was pretty rotund at this point in time, but
Yeah.
he's also just a big guy.
He's a big guy.
Underneath that big tum, dude, that guy could probably fight a bear.
Yeah, he's not a Chris Farley fat.
No, he's
And so he's just a normal American person.
Well,
It's-
throw us on under the bus, huh?
Well, he's just, a portly dude.
Yeah.
He's not a big fat ass, and it doesn't come off well.
No, it doesn't.
Because Sam's right. He's a good-looking dude.
And the oafishness of him being an American buffoon also, to me, horribly fails.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
Because of how, and this is weird because I didn't ever get this when I was 12 watching it the first time. His little underhanded comment lines, those are funny because
Right.
he's getting to do him.
Right.
And it works. And that is in complete contrast to a guy who's just got his thumb stuck in a cup.
Right. And also, like this scene where he walks in and gets introduced to Cedric. Cedric, of course, is wearing, proper Secretary of Awesome Stuff clothes. And John Goodman comes in, and he's wearing a Packers jacket and a baseball cap and sunglasses. Hey, assholes. Before you judge this guy, realize he just flew across the goddamn ocean. Do you think he's going to do it in a suit and goddamn tie? No, it's a miserable experience.
Yeah.
Well, maybe not
Just
if
got
you
off
had
the plane.
if you have a good suit that actually fits you and not like tight.
Yeah, I have one. It's called pajamas. It's my pajama suit.
Well, and he's got a Skid Row T-shirt on too.
Yeah, he does. He does.
With a naked lady on
I don't
it.
think he judged this man by his visage when he just got off a fucking plane. He was in Heathrow, which is enough to be like, oh yeah, dude, you went through Heathrow?
Yeah.
Why would you do that? Use Gatwick. You poor bastard. Here, let's pour you a bath. The American is here.
There's a bunch of, like, all the way through this movie, I was reading the trivia on it. There's, like, all these nods to all this, like, great writing and just all sorts of stuff. This thing's, like, they layered the shit out of the images in here, and none of it works. It all falls flat. It doesn't make sense. None of it lands. Like, he's wearing a Cubs hat and a Packers jacket.
Right.
Why is he wearing a Cubs hat and a Packers jacket?
Right.
That's the worst football team and the worst baseball team in 1991,
Right.
1990, right?
Right.
He's that much of a loser that he likes losers.
Uh-huh.
But that doesn't work. It doesn't hit.
No, it doesn't come across
None
at
of
all.
it hits.
Yeah, none of it hits. Meanwhile, while Ralph is getting the lay of the land, Cedric goes and visits the Prime Minister and John Hurt's character, who I'm guessing is the head of Parliament. Is that his deal?
He's probably the head of the House of Lords.
Yeah, right. Whatever that title is.
Because that's not the head of. I think that's the sort of almost gotten rid of part of Parliament too. Because there's the House of Commons, the House of Lords, and then what's the other one?
House of Cupcakes.
No, I don't know. I don't know how it works.
Yeah, I don't either. I know
Actually,
nothing about
I
Parliament.
do know how it works. A bunch of people go in the same room and go
Right, and shake their little papers.
Yeah, it doesn't. It's not. Wow. We have the same thing here.
No, we don't, dude. If you're ever like watching Parliament is kind of exciting.
Yeah, because
watching Congress blows.
Yeah, you know why? Because they don't fucking show up.
Right.
I went to Washington, D.C. to see the government work, and you know what I saw? Nobody that works there working there.
Right.
I went into the halls of Congress or whatever that building's called where they're talking. There was 3 fucking people that actually showed up to work that day, and one guy standing in front of them mumbling about some bullshit. And they weren't even paying attention.
No, Congress sucks. It blows. House of Parliament's awesome. I mean, George Clinton liked it so much, and he made a funk band out of it. That's awesome.
Is George Clinton in Parliament Funkadelic?
Yeah, dude, George Clinton and Parliament. That's the title.
Huh.
Yeah, man, it's awesome.
Oh, they were different. And Bootsy Russell was in a different band, too.
Yeah, for sure. Whatever. Parliament's cool. I like it.
Bootsy Collins.
I like it because they scream.
Yeah, they scream and they shake papers, and it's exciting.
Sometimes they wear wigs.
Right.
Yeah.
There's always intrigue. Or somebody might give a really super important speech that is going to say, fuck you, Hitler. We're not joining up with you, you piece of shit. Get out of here, Chamberlain, you butthole. Chamberlain's like, because he's a skepsis.
Yeah, exactly. Everything has more gravity with an English accent, apparently.
Right. Gravitas is a word. Anyways.
Well, it's kind of like when they try to sell you toilet paper using a British accent.
Who does that?
In Mexico, it was like all over the TV when I was down there last week.
What?
All right, this is getting pretty complex.
Okay, so I gotta tell you guys about the toilet paper in Mexico.
Okay.
So when you're watching TV, it's all in Spanish, right?
Well,
and
yes.
then all of a sudden, it's like a Charmin commercial, or maybe it was Scott's. I don't know. I can't remember what brand it was. But then there's this British person selling you toilet paper.
In
it's
Spanish?
In speaking Spanish or
No, it's speaking English.
Yes, I see your butt is filled with poop.
And the other thing that I noticed down there is that their toilet paper smells like baby powder, it's got talcum powder or something on it. So when you wipe your butt, you get like
Cancer? Because the talcum powder is giving people the cancer.
well, apparently my asshole's gonna fall out then.
Right. Oh, okay. That's pretty weird. So why wouldn't they have the 3 bears? You got to have the pooping bears. Otherwise, nobody's going to buy toilet paper. They won't know that the toilet paper's good unless you have pooping bears that don't have poopy butts.
No, you have apparently a guy speaking a different language going, well, it's not very scratchy and it flushes well. Ah, perfect.
Okay.
Okay.
Where the hell are we in this movie?
I don't know. We've kind of been skipping around.
Okay, so
because-
John Hurt is the head of Parliament, and he is from the House of Stuart, and he wants King Ralph to fail because, yes, I guess that would be me that would be king. Yes, quite so. Good sir.
Yeah.
Even though he wouldn't be. But
I'm evil because I'm John Hurt.
Right.
Well, he doesn't know that.
No, he doesn't know that. But anyways, so Ralph gets bored of being king, and he bails, and he skips out of the palace while Cedric's out, and he heads to the strip club.
Yep.
And finds
USA on Parade.
Yeah.
America on Parade or something like that.
Mm-hmm. America themed strippers.
It's got to be the trashiest strip club in England because it's got an America theme.
Right.
Yeah.
That's the joke here that misses entirely, doesn't land.
No, it doesn't.
Yeah, little Annie Oakley is the first act that we get to see.
Right.
PG.
PG.
Her whole butt's out and she's got pasties on.
Yeah.
Pasties is PG-13, man.
I think it's PG.
I think when I saw that again, I was like, oh, man.
I don't know why you wouldn't be
remember
shooting for
doing this.
PG-13 anyways. Yeah, my mom wouldn't have been happy about that. But
I wouldn't have gotten to go.
I was very happy about it.
Yeah.
When I was 12. Whoa! Look at him. So he there meets Miranda, who strangely looks eerily similar to Baby Spice.
Baby Spice.
It could be her mom.
It could be just Baby Spice.
So
I mean, this is right in there with the Spice Girls.
She's in a number of series, I think.
A few years before.
She's somebody over there. But what's funny about this is the how age has changed. Because when I'm 12 watching this, I'm like, that lady's not very hot.
Mm-hmm.
When I'm 40 watching this, I was like, I will get on that. Motorboat the shit out of those titties.
You know who else she is, Jackie? She was Rose's mother in Doctor Who.
Oh.
In the
Oh, yeah.
what's a David Tennant Doctor
Sure.
Who series? Yeah. Yeah, she's pretty good looking.
Yeah, she is.
Nice
But she's
boobies.
not Cindy Crawford if you're 12. Because if you're 12, every woman has to be Cindy Crawford.
Pretty much.
apparently.
Yeah.
What, not Kathy Ireland?
I liked her too.
Yeah.
Claudia Schiffer was fine. Claudia Schiffer was fine until I found out she married David Copperfield. And I was like,
Yeah, that was a big turn off.
wow, I didn't think that my boner could go away. And it just did.
She married David Copperfield?
Yeah, dude.
I think they're still married. I don't know.
Like, oh,
She bore the seeds of the Copperfield.
wow, your magic
Oh.
is so hot. And you're totally not a douchebag at all, David Copperfield.
So what you're saying is that next time I go to a bar, I should take a hat with a rabbit in it and start impressing people?
Just do that thing with your finger, with your thumb. You're pulling your thumb off.
No, I can't be stealing your gig.
Oh, yeah, they're right.
You know, that's
why
how
all the
we make-
Yeah.
You know, that's how we make friends when we go to the bar, right? And you're
Why
like,
all the chicks want to bang me is because I can pull my thumb off.
and then I'm like, hey, that one's spoken for, okay? I know the thumb trick is really sexy, but back off, bitch.
Ooh, it's like a Corvette.
How did magicians get lamer than him?
I don't know.
Because, like, I'm still sold that if he was standing here, I would punch him right
I would
in the nuts.
love to punch him.
I would punch him in the balls. Like, I would take a knee and uppercut, like,
There's pretty much
Tiger uppercut right in the balls.
there's Don Jr. and then there's David Copperfield for the most punchable faces of all time.
No, I wouldn't punch him. I would push him once he puts his hands in his pockets, kick the back of his foot so he falls on his face. That's what I would do to Don Jr. And I know he's putting those hands in those pockets. He's a walking around with the hands in pockets kind of guy.
Yeah, he is.
He will fall flat on his fucking face. But that's as mean as I would get to him. Because I feel bad for him sometimes because he's an idiot.
Yeah.
I'm not
His
gonna
dad
lie,
doesn't
Sam.
love him.
That's like my favorite fantasy at work sometimes. At my old job was like, okay, they've got their hands in their pockets. I'm just going to go fucking push them over because they can't catch themselves. They're going to eat pavement.
Right.
Yeah.
Maybe chip a tooth. I don't know. It's just like really exciting to think about what could happen to them.
The first time that happened to me, it was, and thank God it only happened to me like once or twice, but
Once or twice.
the second time I believe I got my hands out and I was able to like roll, but the first time I was like, oh no. Oh no. And it was like this, like I was a tree falling. I'm like, this is taking a really long time and I'm going to hit my face. Yup.
Poor people.
Yeah, he hit the dirt and he was like, "Oh no, I've crushed my friends."
No, I got that treatment on the concrete. I hit the sidewalk on that one. There was some raspberries on the forehead.
Oh, that sucks, dude.
All right, we got to talk about King Ralph. So he's like, Miranda, I really like your boobies. Let's.
She's got nice boobs.
Let's go out on a date because I'm the king, and you can't really say no. And she's like, "You're not the fucking king." And he's like, "Well, how about I prove it to you? And if it turns out I am the king, you got to go on a date with me." She's like, "Fine, whatever, get out of here."
Well, she's calling for security.
Mm-hmm.
And I like this part because Thomas, the security guy, looks like your dad.
No,
you know?
he doesn't. He totally looks like a Scottish guy that is going to like. He's a heavy if I've ever seen
Yeah,
one.
that guy's gonna dismantle you.
Yeah.
Yeah, but he looks like a normal dude.
No, he doesn't. He looks like a guy that's gonna dismantle you.
Yeah. He looks like.
He's one scotch away from killing
Now,
somebody.
he doesn't look like the archetype in a movie of a guy who's gonna dismantle you, but in real life, that guy will dismantle you. He's in its eyes.
Yeah, you can see it.
Yeah.
Yeah, like the guy with the big muscles and the tattoos.
Mhm.
He puts that guy on the ground in 4 seconds.
Right.
He's that guy.
And the guy who comes in, the security guard guy, he looks like Russell Brand.
Kind of.
Yeah.
And it was so satisfying to see that guy get his face fucking beat in by this guy.
But not actually Russell Brand, yeah.
Yeah.
Is this
Because I don't like Russell Brand. I think
No.
he's really super fucking annoying.
Yeah.
And so to me, it was just like a little like,
Katy Perry. Yeah.
oh,
Son of a bitch.
yeah.
Claudia Schiffer and Katy Perry. Bad taste in dudes.
Is this the episode where we just talk about people we want to punch in the face?
Yeah, because
That
they,
we
Or
want
balls.
to push over.
they bang hot ladies. Yeah, nice.
That we want to push over with their hands in their pockets.
So she's like, fine, get out of here. The next day, John Hurt comes by her house. I don't know how I guess Gordon already ratted out that King Ralph has got a lady friend. And he's like, hey, baby Spice, if you want to be my lover, you got to blackmail King Ralph for me. Here's some bribery. We're going to get you pictures of him waving his dick in front of your face.
Sure. He's Lyndon Johnson.
Yeah, right. Look at this dick.
You guys ever seen a dick this big? Yeah, yesterday when you pulled your dick out, Lyndon Johnson.
Huh. I don't remember doing that.
Yeah. Hey, look at this.
Well, look at this
Woo!
dick anyways.
Look at this dick. Look at the size of it. Lyndon Johnson.
So she's like, okay, I'll take the money, I guess.
Well, it's 15,000 pounds.
Right.
At that time, pound was like $10.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Pound was heavy then.
Yeah, it was. So the prime minister then comes over to King Ralph and he's like, hey, so here's the deal. You're king. I don't like you, but you should know that the African nation of Zambezi, they're sending their king and they want to talk to you.
This is the best joke in this movie, and I was amazingly surprised at how good it was when they're talking about what they're going to do about it. And he says, well, there's nothing we can't ignore if we put our minds to it.
Right.
And I love the subtle joke right before that I liked it more than that part where they go, well, they're forming several new countries. And he's like, well, just order some new globes.
Yeah.
Problem solved.
Yeah, let's not jump to any major changes here. Let's just get some new globes.
Yeah, when he's allowed to be John Goodman, he's amazingly funny.
Yeah, he's very funny. There's a couple really good lines in this movie, but they're not like, ha ha, gut busters. They're just like good comedy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Good. Anyways.
That was a little highbrow.
Yeah.
I don't know how many other people would actually get that joke.
Right, because he's trying to be kingly. He's trying.
Yeah, he's
throughout.
trying.
He's not being a buffoon. The movie is forcing him to be a buffoon. Anyways, so he's got to start prepping for that. But that evening, he is date night. Miranda arrives at the palace, and her boobs are out, and we like them. And it goes pretty well. They have a good time together. They get along like peas and carrots, and so she's gonna start dating him, like legitimately.
Yeah. Well, and he looks really good in his royal red suit.
Certainly better than Prince Charles does. Old barf face.
It's hard to keep him in the camera frame because he's flying around on his ears. I'm just being ruthless to everyone tonight.
Oh,
I will say I do like Prince Charles' policies on organic farming and
Flight.
And
By
flight.
ears.
Shut up, Sam. I'm trying to. He's got some good qualities. So what if he's married to a horse?
What? Oh,
Yeah, you're
he
throwing
got married to
Camilla
John
under the
Elway?
bus? Oh.
They're both consenting adults. It's fine.
Well, I know that when me and Justin went to England and she was on the front of a newspaper and we were in this pub and this old lady spit on the floor and was like, I fucking hate that woman.
Oh, everybody hates Camilla.
And she's like, she could burn in hell. And
Yeah.
I don't even know this lady. I'm just trying to get a drink.
Right? No, they're all Di supporters still over there.
Yep.
Yeah, she's the people's princess to this day. Anyways, we can't talk about the royal family all goddamn podcast because nobody likes them but us. Apparently.
Talk about the Royal Ralph.
Yeah, Royal Ralph. So they're dating now. He continues to doing his king training and prepping for the king of Zambezi to show up. But eventually, Miranda gets her photo in the tabloid. So now there's a little like, ooh, the king is dating a commoner.
Well, they don't know who it is, right? Because she covers her face.
Right. But it's she's clearly, if she was the princess of Finland, she wouldn't be covering her face. She'd be like, "Hello, I'm the princess of Finland." So she must be a commoner.
Finland doesn't have a princess.
No, they have a.
They have
President.
a republic. Yeah.
Yeah.
Because they were 1917, something like that.
Yeah, right.
Were they part of Norway before? What was the deal with them?
Finland? I don't fucking
Or was it
know.
Russia? Like, I don't know what's going on when they got independent, but they thought about it.
Yeah.
They had a guy, and
Yeah,
they're like,
they-
we're going to do a king.
Take a look at it.
And they're like, no, we're not.
No. I don't like this king stuff. Let's do the other thing.
I bet that guy was pretty sad about that. It's like, I'm going to be the king? They're like, yeah.
King Sven.
And no.
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 Change our mind.
We
Sorry.
changed our mind.
Yeah.
You're just Steve still.
Yeah. Damn it. I hate being Steve. So Cedric wants him to dump her. He's like, this is no good for you. It's not going to work out. It'd be best if you just walked away from each other now. And King Ralph's like, fuck that shit. I don't want to, I like her. And he's like, well, you need to marry a royal person so we can have an alliance like Game of Thrones shit. And he's like, fuck that, dude. I'm married for love. I'm American. And they're like, meh.
And he's like, I'm going to quit. Fuck you, Cedric.
Oh, no, that's a little later. We'll jump to that.
He's Prince William, I guess.
Who?
Ralph.
Ralph is
Yeah.
Prince William?
Yeah, he did not marry. He married a commoner.
Yeah, hell yeah, he did.
And an American.
Hell yeah, he
An
did.
American commoner
Yeah.
of very mixed ethnicity,
No,
mind you.
That's Harry.
That's Harry.
Oh,
you
I
dipshit.
don't know which one's
You
fucking which.
Stupid fuck.
Harry's the one that I
God.
can't tell the difference between.
Poor people don't know shit about the Royals.
No.
So Harry's the quarterback for the Eagles, right?
Yes.
Yeah,
Okay,
yeah,
that's the okay.
He's the one that still has most of his hair.
Okay, yeah, he plays quarterback for the Eagles.
Uh-huh.
Yeah,
Right.
he married Meghan Markle, who is a commoner TV star divorcee.
Oh my god.
Yeah,
Yeah.
no, it's the trifecta. Because
And-
Harry does what he fucking wants,
Yeah.
man.
And Philip married
No,
Kate-
William.
William. Yeah, sorry.
I know
Jesus
about that
Christ.
because that's on every fucking.
Right,
I
but
can't go to
she
the
was a
drugstore
commoner
without
as
seeing
well.
those two.
She was.
But she went to Cambridge, so she's not that much of a commoner.
Her family is very wealthy.
Yeah, she's not really a commoner.
No, but she doesn't have royal blood.
Yeah,
No.
she's not part of any kind of lineage, but she is now,
Yeah, she is
and
now.
she's
Well,
wonderful at it. I love her.
Yeah, she leans in pretty hard on him. Here we are talking about the goddamn royal family again. What the fuck?
So he's also been remodeling his bedroom with bullshit.
Yeah, right.
And one of the things that I noticed that he had that we had, because he had the dancing brass section.
Mm-hmm.
My dad had the saxophone that was the same one. We didn't have all of them because we were poor.
Because they were
Poor people.
They were like, what's that singing bass before that guy came out?
There was
Big
the dancing beer can. Then there was these. Actually, these fucking things were first. Then there was the dancing Bud Light or Budweiser can.
Right.
And then there was the fucking fish.
Big Mouth
Bass.
Billy or something
Yeah.
like that. Yeah, sings to you and it's annoying, and your parents just think it's the
Take
greatest
me
thing.
to the river.
God damn it! Shut that
Drop
fucking
me
fish
in
off.
the water.
It sucks.
Because that's the song it sang over and over and over again.
My
My dad also had a fart clock
Oh boy.
God
that
damn
had
it.
different. Every hour it had a different person for the the numbers, and every hour it would send out a fart sound of a different aged person.
That had to get old.
Cuckoo.
It's now out in the garage.
Well, yeah. Oh, I guess it's dinner time. Oh, bed already? Let the cat in.
Oh god, that is so corny and stupid.
Oh god, yeah.
Okay, so anyways, so the king of Zambezi arrives, and Ralph kind of fucks it up at first. He fucks it up real bad because he's like, "Hey, you're a black guy. You speak jive."
That one hurt. That one
was
hurt
awful.
bad.
It was real bad. Not cool. So anyways, he's like, "Oh, let's go get some beers instead." And the king of Zambezi's like, "Yes, that sounds delightful." And they play darts, and then they end up playing darts with spears out in like outside someplace. And they get along. They get along really
They
well.
have a nice time.
That's good diplomacy right there.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Usually in real life, they just get on a Jeff Epstein plane.
Oh god damn it!
That's Charles's younger brother.
We're not talking about the royal family anymore. God damn it! So that
was
went
married
well.
to Fergie.
But
the Duchess of Wales and Moans.
okay, so he's bored though. He's bored with being the king, and he's lonely, and he's got to go out and see Miranda, but he can't just do it at the palace. So he sneaks out, and
Is this where the horse eats the tree?
Yeah.
Inadvertently, this is funny, but they didn't. There's no way they tried for this shit.
right. There's just this horse that he rides eating a tree, and it goes back for more.
Yeah.
So they go to Burger King on their date. He's like, I got to get a burger. But they get mobbed there, and they have to run out the alleyway and ditch the paparazzi that's trying to take the sabotaging photo of them.
He's a really shitty paparazzi guy.
Really bad at paparazzi.
Because he misses his opportunity for the photo about 700 times.
Right.
And then asks them to pose.
Do you guys mind posing for my paparazzi shot?
My favorite is that he doesn't even have any money to pay for his own burgers.
Oh, King Ralph, yeah.
Yeah.
Right. Well,
They won't give him any money.
Yeah, he doesn't have a job.
They give the royal family pocket money.
I don't know if they just get stuff.
Yeah, there's a man, and the man has
gets
money.
the thing
Yeah.
for them, and he probably doesn't have to pay for it either.
If I was the king, I wouldn't have fucking money. I don't want money on me. Dude, that's the one thing I don't want to have to worry about is money.
Like,
why would I want cash?
I bet that the only thing in their pockets is just cigarettes and lighters. That's it.
Yeah, right.
Like, that's all they carry. No, because the entire royal family does smoke.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
No, they don't.
What?
Charles quit smoking in the 90s, and his sons never picked it up.
Yeah, that you know about.
Harry smokes. I've seen pictures.
Yeah, he smoked during his college days.
And when he was in the army trying to kick ass.
Yeah.
I think he still smokes because he plays for the Eagles. The Eagles are a rough bunch.
Nancy Reagan smoked. Poll.
Oh!
Okay. All right. So, yeah. What?
Man.
Yeah. So there's a movie here. They go to the park, and there they fall in love and they smooch. But the paparazzi guy does get the photos of them necking, as it were. So the uppity ups have said, no, we still want you to get married to a royal, and the king of Finland is coming here, and to broker a deal, with the to build in. It's going to create a bunch of jobs if he can get this done in England, right?
Mm-hmm.
Otherwise, they're going to the Japanese. So don't fuck it up. And they want him to marry Princess Anna, the hot lady,
the hot lady from
the
Finland,
talk of all of Europe,
Dr. Girlfriend later.
Yeah, right. Is that who she is?
Well, she has the man voice.
Yeah.
Oh,
hot lady with the man voice.
Oh, okay, I thought you maybe thought like she went on to do the voice acting for the Venture Brothers.
Doc Hammer, it's a dude that does that voice.
Okay. Okay.
I like this. This was my second joke that I laughed at when they said that the Japanese were gonna outbid him for the contract, or somebody's like, "Oh, I hear they're dangerous here."
Right, because
earlier he wasn't allowed to get sushi,
right.
And it took 30 minutes for that joke to work, but it worked.
It does. He's like, "No, I'm not marrying her, dude. That's bullshit. I quit. I'm out. No." And Cedric's like, "You can't. You have a responsibility to the people of England. Have you no decency, sir?"
He just Peter O'Toole's all over the place in this scene.
Oh, he was so good.
Dude, give that guy a fucking he should get a special Oscar for being good in King Ralph. Like, that's how good you are. You made King Ralph like, man, there's some good acting in this movie.
Everyone does okay in this thing.
Oh, yeah, but he Peter O'Toole's.
Yeah, well, he's Peter O'Toole.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Good God.
He's fucking amazing.
He's the best. So Miranda is like, this is just not going to work out because they're trying to sabotage you. I know it. I feel guilty, and I'm a commoner anyways, so I don't think we should see each other anymore. And King Ralph's like, yeah, that's, I guess I got to marry a lady. Whatever. See you later.
Yep.
It's a bummer. And John Hurt's still trying to sabotage him, so he invites Miranda to the ball by having Gordon deliver a secret note to her.
Yep, and apparently she's never seen his handwriting because she takes the bait.
And, how could you say no with flowers like that?
Mm-hmm,
That was too many. I could say no to that many. Where are you going to fucking put that many flowers?
I don't know. I'd find a way.
All right.
I think I'd be impressed if that showed up at my house. Flowers that were as big as a person.
Because it is. It's a body bag full of fucking flowers.
Oh, maybe that's what they were going to do. Like, if she doesn't accept the invitation, whack her and put her in this flower bag.
Yeah. Just be like, what's in there? Flowers or something?
A shark or something?
So John Hurt also tells tells King Ralph at the night of the ball to not to go ahead and American out. Be an American butthole. If you need some razzle dazzle in this ball, pizzazz, as NBC likes to call it, just fucking spike the football, throw the ham to across the room, get in a food fight. Yeah, let's start a food fight. Do that. So it's dirty tricks by him still.
Dirty pool.
Yeah, dirty pool, sir. Dinner goes poorly, and so do the jokes.
Yep.
It sucks real bad. The dancing goes a little bit better. He dances with Anna, but then she opens her mouth.
And she has a man voice.
He says that she has the voice of a tuba.
Yo, it's after they have this because she gets like, yeah, this is just a marriage of convenience, but I want to get all over your dick. And she gets weird about it. And
I'm consoled by the fact that you have nice buttocks.
Does he? So then
she's talking about getting like
weird.
Yeah, freaky.
Yeah, there's going to be pins all over the desk. She's like, I don't care.
I like it.
Yeah.
And you're going to strap me to the throne with pearls.
Uh-huh. And the servants are going to watch.
And now for the third
and they're
time.
They're going to jerk off as well.
The third and final time that I laugh at King Ralph, he comes out and says, or when What's-His-Face asks him how he's doing, he's like, well, I'm pretty sure my new wife wants to have sex with me on a bed of nails in front of national television, but at least the party stinks.
Yeah, that was a good one.
And delivered very well because he's funny. Miranda arrives at the party just as King Ralph is laying down a cover of some Little Richard that makes me want to punch myself. This is probably the worst part of this whole movie, is this singing and dancing sequence.
This is the hammer that drives the nail home, too.
It's groan-inducing.
This is supposed to be this is this movie's set piece.
Uh-huh, right.
Oh.
He's a zany king from America.
He's got a great voice, though. He can really sing.
Oh, yeah, sure. But
it's just that the song sucks and it didn't work.
The
scene
sequence
blows.
Sucks. It sucks so bad.
And, is it ever a good idea to get just humiliatingly sweaty,
Mm-hmm.
where your hair is dripping sweat
Right.
and your hair is wet
Right.
from sweat,
Right.
like you just ran a marathon
Right.
at a formal gathering? Like, even in America, that's not cool.
It's not cool. Not cool, bro.
Like, nobody likes the stinky kid.
Nobody likes a stinky kid.
I don't know, Sam. Did you have a hard time
Yeah.
growing up because you were poor and you probably couldn't afford a deodorant?
Instead of soap, you just had dirt.
Or showers. Instead of dirt, I had poo.
You've really come a long way.
No, I haven't.
So Miranda learns about the wedding that is being planned, and she storms out. And then the king of the king of Finland's like, "Fuck this shit, you're a douche."
And then
Well,
We're
they
storming
were
out.
giving, they gave the king pictures of him
Right.
smooching on this lady that he was
Right.
dancing with right in front of them,
Mm-hmm.
and they're all like, "Oh,
this is the point where the king of Finland drinks from the wrong cup and dissolves into dust.
Mm-hmm.
well, you know,
Because he is, in fact, the Nazi leader in The Last Crusade.
That's true.
Yes.
He chose poorly.
He chose poorly.
John Hurt is taking advantage of this whole thing, and he's whipping up Parliament to oust the king. There's going to be a oustering. I declare a measure of oustering.
Yep.
Can I get a second nomination?
Shenanigans, everybody
Yeah.
get a broom.
Everybody get a broom.
yeah, I'm pretty sure you can't do that."
I don't know what you do. There's got to be some way to remove a king. Like
Yeah.
after
It's called a Colt 45.
yeah, right.
A
The
guillotine.
malt liquor or the gun.
Or a wild boar, as it were, a hunting accident.
Hunting accidents.
Looking at you, Henry VIII, you dirty motherfucker. Or Robert Baratheon.
Robert Baratheon.
Okay. So, anyways, Cedric has found this note of sabotage that was delivered to the King of Finland and Miranda. So he's like, "Wait a minute, that's not King Ralph's handwriting. That's Gordon's handwriting."
Way to fuck it up, Gordon.
Yeah, God damn
You're
it,
going to
Gordon.
be a spy, sort of.
Mm-hmm.
And all he's going to get is this guy's job. It's
Right.
not really any better. It's probably worse because you have more responsibility. And I think you're in the same boat as King Ralph. I think you actually don't get paid. You just get everything and you live there. And
Right. Yeah, just do your thing, Gordon. What are you doing?
what are you doing?
What are you doing? You
Plus, it seems like he's having a nicer time since Ralph's been the king.
Right? Yeah, sabotaged stupidly. Ralph finds Miranda, and she tells him that she was getting bribed this whole time, and
But she'd given back the money.
but she'd given it back, and that she does really care about him, but that it was all John Hurt's
And, yeah.
nastiness.
And he said you should have also given back that duck sweater. This sweater that she's wearing in this scene is obscene.
It's pretty bad.
I don't get it. You only wear that sweater to a party where you're supposed to look like an idiot wearing a bad sweater. You can't really wear it.
Or if you're Dennis Reynolds' ex-wife, you're obsessed with cat sweaters.
Duh.
I thought that the most romantic line in this whole movie was said right here. "You were England to me."
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
I thought that was very romantic and very crushing. Like, if you want to crush somebody down after they've betrayed you and you know that they care about you, that's the line.
Mm-hmm.
So, next time one of the dogs disappoints me, I'll be like, "You were Idaho to me." And then I'll walk away.
Meanwhile, I'm holding up a boombox outside in the rain. Does anybody care about this? And then somebody hits me with a rock
And
while they drive by.
Yep. And I'm looking in the mirror singing, "Don't cry for me, Argentina. The truth is I never left you."
Okay, so Ralph realizes that, hey, so it turns out there was another choice for king. Maybe you guys should have told me about that earlier, and I wouldn't have had to do this crap, because it was Cedric. Cedric and him are cousins.
Yep.
Kissing cousins.
Nope.
Well, and the thing is that he needed this to happen, because if Cedric would have taken the throne, he would have still been in Vegas being a lounge singer.
Yeah. Why didn't I don't really understand.
He knew how hard it was going to be. He didn't want to. He probably also knew.
Yeah, but he's all the whole movie. He's preaching responsibility, and is he talking to himself? Is he talking himself up, not King Ralph? Like, I should have done this
I think he knew
for Britain.
that John Hurt was going to make a play. So this is all part of his plan to secure the throne for the family line.
Oh, it's like the old end around, huh?
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, and he does say, I'm old. I don't have any kids. I'm not going to be able to father a line.
Yeah.
Yes, he needs him for that reason. Like, this is not in the movie, and the movie's not smart enough to know this, but
You gotta
he
fuck her.
has to have
Get in there and start fucking.
he has to have Ralph be the king at least for a little bit so that he can make him a duke, and that Ralph can bear an heir that will secure the family line. And so the kid at the end that's half commoner will one day be king.
Right.
The boy at the toy piano
Boy who would be king, right? Okay, so Ralph's like, I want to talk to Parliament and put it on live TV. So he goes in there and he dresses everybody, and he's like, so here's the deal. I made a deal with the Zambezi King to build motors in Coventry. They're not going to let us do the electronics. We kind of screwed that up last time we built cars in this country. Looking at you, British Leyland, and the car that I own that doesn't run very well. Yeah, I've got a Jag.
Yep.
I've got a Jag. I wanted everybody to know that. But the electronics are bonkers.
If you had the best part is if you had the one with the Ford block, it runs still.
Yeah. Right. So he has done better for England than if the Finland money had happened here. This is more jobs. This is they're getting steel. They're getting resources in this whole deal. So King Ralph has actually done more good than he did harm, which I thought was a nice way of wrapping this up. But he's going to abdicate anyways. He's like, I kind of feel like I got thrown under the bus a little bit. Ever since I've been here, people have been trying to sabotage me just because I'm an American, and I truly was just trying to do what was right for Britain. I failed here and there. I made mistakes, but it wasn't because I was shitty. It's because that guy sitting right there was shitty. And then Matlock comes in and says, there's the killer, and it's John Hurt.
Yep. And they're like, but Matlock's not on until 4:30.
Yeah, so John Hurt, he's arrested for treason.
Yeah,
Not
I guess.
good.
Not good.
I don't think he's gonna make it.
No, it's
I think they take that a little bit more seriously over there than say some of us in other parts of the world.
Yeah, they drop a Zeppelin on you.
They drop a fucking Zeppelin on you, man. I guess if you're gonna go.
Yeah, well, I'd want to go that way.
This man has chosen the own means of his demise. You got the ladies with no shirts on chasing you off a cliff, or Death Zeppelin.
I'll take the Zeppelin, please.
I'll take the Zeppelin, please.
I'll take the Zeppelin.
Can I have both? No, you cannot.
No. Do you really want to have a hard on when you get hit by a Zeppelin?
We can't take that chance. It might save you. You know, you just
Yeah.
got a Zeppelin hanging on the end of your wiener.
Huh.
Wow, that's a little Zeppelin.
You punch through it with your raging boner. I don't know. I just say things.
The rage. Yeah. Well, that would explode the Zeppelin if it punched through. Because the hydrogen gets to the oxygen and it blows up.
Right, and then it might cure your gonorrhea.
Oh, yeah.
Or you would
The
just have
gonorrhea
no
will-
wiener.
Or you could blow it off.
All of you, it blows up all of you. Your gonorrhea, your wiener, your face, all of it gets blown up.
Oh, God, the humanity. I'm cured of STDs. I'm this many. So John Hurt's going to be hung in the square or have his head lopped off or whatever means of execution they are choosing to do at this point in time. But he makes Cedric king. He's like, hey, this guy, it turns out he's got a better claim than I do. So he's your king. And Cedric's like, dude, thanks, bro. Nice, solid. You're going to get lands and titles for being a cool bro, being a cool cuz. Rosef?
Yep.
Yep.
And he's still number 2.
Yeah, right. If I ever keel over, you got to take this back up.
Very young.
He's not a spring chicken, as it were.
No,
So he might
there's a
be.
chance that there's going to be a little bit more King Ralph before King whatever that kid's name is.
Unless some of that Queen Elizabeth blood runs through him, because man, she's
Those
a,
well, they stay up.
she's a robot.
while, yeah.
Prince. I just saw that Prince Charles is 71.
I know.
He's been sitting there tapping his finger.
Oh, he's not gonna get it. That's the thing.
He could
They're just
die.
gonna pass over the top of him and give it straight to William. You know it's gonna happen.
It's like, really? Oh my gosh.
Well, there's actually issues with that because if he abdicates or doesn't pick up the throne and it goes right to William, then he loses his spot in the royal family and the royal family no longer supports him financially. So he loses everything.
So he has to be king or just
You're fucking
die
poor.
before his mom.
Yeah.
Right. Oh, man. All right. Interesting.
That's probably why he's flying around on his ears. Anxiety.
So he goes and gets Miranda. They get married, and he gets knighted in a dukedom and Downton Abbey and
He gets
a
a
recording
pretty big
studio.
house.
Yeah,
His own fucking castle.
yeah, right.
And the recording studio, the engineers need to work on some things.
Yeah, right.
So for one, you don't need to have kids playing a toy piano while you're recording.
No, that's a bad idea.
Window open
Not
is
good.
real bad.
Yeah.
Real bad. But they're gonna clean it up. And then he's gonna release covers of mediocre songs, I guess.
Right, he's going to be on one of those late night. Hey, you remember me, King Ralph? I was the King of England. Now buy my CDs. You might enjoy such songs as, list the songs like those old late night
Yeah, exactly.
CD commercials.
He's gonna have duets with Frank Stallone.
Mm-hmm. Hasselhoff might stop by.
If he has time permitting.
Well, he's the ambassador of Germany. He's going to have to,
I think he's on big. He's got bigger fish to fry. Got bigger fish to fry.
Okay.
Frank Stallone, yes. Hasselhoff, he might not be able to make it.
Yeah, duet, lay some stuff down. Yeah, probably not. Okay, so that is the movie. Who wants to go first on questions?
I actually feel like we answered the only question I had.
have one.
What is yours?
How long is he king for?
They say a couple of months.
It's a couple
It's been
months.
a couple months?
Yeah.
Okay, I didn't pick up on that. I wasn't real clear on the timeline. So, would that be like the shortest reign of a king, do you think?
Well, it could be pretty close to when Elizabeth's uncle abdicated because there is a wait period.
Yeah, right.
After one monarch dies before the other one is, ordained as you would.
Yeah, what the hell was his name?
I don't know.
Yeah.
Wallace
I know
Simpson
George? Was it George? I think his name was George. No, George was her king. King George was
her dad.
Right,
Her
right,
dad,
right.
yeah. The other guy, I don't know.
Yeah.
Pete.
Pete.
King Pete.
Not King Pete.
So
Sort of King Pete.
Does Cedric, do you think that, he's like, look, I can't let my royal line go to this buffoon, right?
Mm-hmm.
Do you think he hooks up with the Princess of Finland?
Oh, yeah, and they have a little romp around.
Yeah, he's like, look, I will strap you to the throne with
I
pearls.
also am into freaky deaky.
Yeah, but I feel like he doesn't have any kids because he's firing blanks.
Right.
Just dust coming out.
No, it's still hot and sticky. It just doesn't make kids.
Dust or, say, Sam's dinner.
Poor Sam. You're a poor kid.
You have to eat English nobleman's sperm instead of dirt, I guess. Poof.
Right in your face.
Eat up.
There's no substance to this.
So mean. Yeah, no, I think that they get freaky deaky, but it's not going to lead to an heir. And then she's going to not be real happy about that. And she's going to maybe like plan a sabotage, like a assassination on him. Because she's like, fuck this guy. I got to get out of this marriage so I can marry some other guy that actually can put a baby in me. And then he finds out about it. And they take her out out front of the Tower of London. And her fucking head comes off, man. They fucking lopped off the head of a princess of Finland. And then that starts World War III.
Or a medium-sized skirmish between England and Finland fought in Scotland because, why not?
Right. Scots are like, oh.
God damn it. I guess there's a lot of
time.
open space. Go over there at least.
Yeah.
Go over there at least. God.
If you're gonna fight in a town, just make sure it's Glasgow, okay?
And then they're like, don't mess with the Loch Ness Monster tours, okay? We don't care if you guys want to have a fight over there, that's fine. If you need to park your boats, this is the limit. See this little Bowie line that we've made for you guys? You can't come past here because we're taking the tourists on Loch Ness Monster.
They want them to park the boats in Loch Ness so that Nessie will, eat them because she's
That's
hungry.
the trap.
Yeah, it's the trap.
Yeah.
Get these fuckers out of here.
They put peanut butter on the bottom of the boat.
Like
Nessie.
Known that Nessie loves the peanut butters. Sam, questions?
I don't have any.
You don't have any.
I
All
don't
right.
have any Ralph questions.
Anybody else? I'm
No,
done. Okay.
I'm done.
Final recommendations on King Ralph. Jackie, you go last. Sam, let's hear your thoughts first.
Actually, I guess this is a question. Why do I like King Ralph?
Well, I got some theories about that.
I don't. So it's like, I can't really say, hey, you should watch King Ralph.
Mm-hmm.
But at the same time, I just don't really have any problems with King Ralph.
I have a lot of problems
I have
with King
problems with it, but it just, I know that it doesn't do it doesn't do hardly anything right, and it does do some stuff wrong, but it's just like, I mean, yeah, watch King Ralph. Why not?
Yeah.
I'm also going to give it a do, but for different reasons. I think that this is a good movie, like a very good movie, buried in its own failings.
Yeah.
If you eliminated every single stupid comedic thing, because it's a comedy first,
Yeah.
and then a movie, an interesting movie about the British royalty system and like a weird scenario on what would happen with some good, statements about, again, marrying a commoner and should royalty, have to marry for royalty or for love and things of the nature. And their relationship is really good and well handled. His dialogue is really strong. And I think the whole character arc is really strong. But it's just mired down by these horrible comedic failings that are like, hey, like live action cartoon comedy. And it sucks so bad that if they just got rid of all of that, honestly, I think this story is solid enough that it could have been a real good movie.
It was several years later when it was called Dave.
Yeah,
Same
right,
fucking movie.
Right.
I think Dave was well received. I thought Dave was good when I was like 14 or whatever.
I mean, even think about like the King's Speech. I'm not putting it in that class.
Oh, what the hell?
But I mean, think about the plot of the King's Speech. Like, if you put it down on paper, it's not that interesting. But that movie, the king learns how to talk.
Yeah.
Okay, that's not that interesting. But then you watch that movie and you're like, holy shit, this movie's good.
But if you put a bunch of bad jokes in it, people would hate it.
It becomes King Ralph, right?
Yeah.
So, yeah, still do. But just be aware that you may want to punch yourself in the face. Jackie?
This movie did not disappoint for me. I liked it. I thought it was a pretty good time. John Goodman nails it.
He's great.
And Peter O'Toole
He's
kicks
great.
ass. He plays his part so well that I almost believe that he is probably the secretary.
Right. Or maybe he is king and we don't know. And Elizabeth's like, we got to do something about this Peter O'Toole guy. And not to mention Peter O'Toole is so fucking good that you don't even talk about my favorite actor of all time, John Hurt.
John Hurt, yeah.
John Hurt is shadowed by Peter O'Toole. Like, that's how good Peter O'Toole is.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Wow.
So I'm going to give it a do.
Yeah. Okay.
I think it's worth a watch.
Just cannot believe that all three of us gave King Ralph a 2.
I know. The critics hate it. Like this
20%.
This movie is not well loved.
It's one of those things, though, like if you're writing a review, you can't give it a real positive review because it does fail so much. And that's why it has a low Rotten Tomatoes scores, because everyone gave it a D.
Mm-hmm.
It's not an F, but it's like
Right.
an F- on Rotten Tomatoes because it got solid Ds across the board.
Right. Yeah. Yeah. It's a shame. It could have been a really good movie.
Hollywood remake.
Yeah. Right.
Or we could just watch Hot Shots like
Or
the
we
Royal
could just watch
Family.
We got a little listener feedback on Twitter. Hit us up. Talk at Sticker Madness. That's our email address. You idiot. You fucking buffoon.
Hit us up on our tweets at the tweets.
Yeah, at the tweets.
With the little bird.
Twitter.com/Sticker Madness. We got one from listener at Mr. Dean TV. Says, hey, folks, I remember listening to a podcast about a man who dies and ends in the electric networks and killing the people who killed him. I'm assuming by electric networks, I think he means like the electrical system.
Oh, yeah, I know what movie he's talking about.
Shocker?
Okay. One memorable death was burning someone alive by opening the door to the microwave and cooking the house. What was it?
Is it Shocker with Mitch Pileggi?
Yeah, that's the first
Is
thing
it?
that comes to my mind is that he's a convicted felon. They electric chair him, but then he comes back through the electricity and he starts killing people.
And it's Mitch Pileggi.
It's Mitch Pileggi, yeah, from
In
X-Files.
Shocker. I don't know if that's Shocker because it's been forever since I've seen Shocker, but that's my guess.
Okay.
Yep, that's what I think it is too.
It's weird that it's Shocker because if you know 100% if it's Shocker or not, please write us and let us know. It's interesting that it's called Shocker because I responded to him and I was like, boy, that sounds like the Spider-Man villain Electro. But Spider-Man also had another villain that he fought, the Shocker, who had no electricity powers. So nice job, Stan, on that one. There you go. There's your episode, guys. Next week is a big episode. It's my pick, but it's also our 400th episode.
Oh, really?
400 of these goddamn things.
How do you always get the anniversary episodes? You're a butthole.
Yeah, it's really weird how that works out.
That's it. Wait till he puts his hands in his pockets, Sam.
Right. But yeah, for nonsensical November and our 400th episode, I've been sitting on one for a while. It's called the Peanut Butter Solution.
What?
You should just give her a quick snapshot of what we're about to watch. Actually, no. We should just make her go in blind so that we can get the first 20 minutes of her going, what the fuck?
Is this going to be like Baby Genius where I'm like, oh my God, that's a kid?
We'll see.
We'll see.
It is on YouTube, so make sure if you haven't seen the Peanut Butter Solution to check it out. In fact, it's also a listener request. We've had several requests for the Peanut Butter Solution, so here we go. Enjoy your week, guys. Get to the chopper. Visit us at www.stinkermadness.com. Follow Stinker Madness on Twitter at Stinker Madness. Please rate and review us on iTunes and Stitcher. Thank you for listening, and get to the chopper.